Okay.
Put my hand there.
We're connected back up again. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to stop this. Okay, we might be back.
Maybe.
But I can't see the chat.
Sad.
So hold on a second.
I can see the chat right here. On my phone.
Oh, it says watch replay. So it ended.
And started a new one.
Started a new one. So hold on a second.
Well, we'll have to go find the other one then. The one that appeared.
What's that?
I have to find the new one then.
Yeah, you do. So people are like
All
probably
right.
connecting back up.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, I have to log in again.
What the heck? Let me find
to the stream.
Keto Chow. Where
That's
are
what it
you?
says. We're live right there.
We are here. All right, back again. Oh, hear me talking to myself.
Technical problems.
Sorry. There was a new announcement. LaShawn says we're back. Rickman said there was a new announcement.
No, there wasn't.
Like, and goodbye. Just kidding.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Lynette found us. Jedek said, are we back? And Glenda says, we are back. So we've got a few popping on the new one. Sorry about that. I don't know why we just disappeared.
Yeah, that was
Chris
weird.
is trying to get the chat back up, and he had to reconnect.
I have the chat back up. Okay. We're on a new stream.
Yay. And you missed our song. Should we sing it again?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I was going to answer somebody's question. What was it?
I don't remember.
Dang. Sorry, the chat's completely reset. Yeah, it is gone. Anyway, that was weird because it should have just...
You could ask your question again and then we could...
It should have just connected right back up.
J-Dog says, don't cross the streams, Ghostbusters.
That's right. I actually think that there might have not been a problem with the Wi-Fi, but what it might have been the problem with Comcast itself.
Well, we've been having power problems too, like the last couple of days.
Anyway, okay.
Start again.
So let's see. We had just talked about protein. Can you add only water? You can.
Right.
Okay.
And we suggested 10 grams of fat because it's not that much, but you can still do it without it if you want to.
That's true. Okay, what's the next one?
Next question. How do you fix keto chow that's too salty or too thick?
Okay, really good question.
So it was funny when we discovered people were talking about too salty or too thick. It's because they didn't put enough water in. Yes. So typically, if you do it with 15 ounces, like it's thick enough that it's kind of
hold
really
on.
good.
What do you mean by 15 ounces?
That's what I'm saying. If it looks like it's 15 ounces, that's not enough water to make it not salty.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be nice and thick, sometimes you have to add gelatin or use the heavy cream instead of the butter because the butter will make it thinner.
Yeah. So now some of this is completely understandable, and it's kind of my fault because in the old instructions used to say to add 14 ounces of water. And I don't remember how many milliliters that equates to, but if I go on the Keto Chow site and share the screen.
Do you think it'll work?
Oh, you know what? I didn't check. Yes, it is.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, so if you go to learn how to make Keto Chow, it does have the instructions on here. And it says, add the Keto Chow and add 1 3/4 to 2 cups of water, aka bring your shake up to the 20-ounce line. The problem was, like I said, it used to say to add 14 ounces of water, and a lot of people were interpreting that to,
14 ounces
bring
of
it to the
water.
14-ounce line.
Yeah.
And if you bring it to the 14-ounce line, it would be way too thick. Like it would be like super salty, like crazy salty, and really thick. And so the fix for it is
add more water.
Add more water. Don't be afraid to add more water.
Yep.
So, and then you were talking about if you make it and it's too thin.
Yep, you can add gelatin. A teaspoon makes it a little bit thicker. 2 teaspoons makes it pudding.
Yeah,
3
really
teaspoons
pudding.
makes it like Jell-O.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And but it's kind of fun. You could do that to play with it.
Yeah. And we have a video on how and why you might want to use gelatin with Keto Chow.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's what you would do if it's too thick or too salty. Just add water. Don't feel bad about adding more water.
Yep.
Okay.
Next one.
Yeah.
Is there canola oil in Keto Chow?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Because the package says...
Well, it depends on most of the... Well, let me just... Here, I'll just bring this up. Keto Chow
Canola
oil.
So what Chris is telling us is if you have a question, all you have to do is Google it.
Well, that's true. Well, for a lot of them. Okay.
He just happens to know what Google brings you to the exact page.
Yes. Okay, so here you go. The short answer is it's on the ingredients, but not in the actual packaged product.
Yeah, because it's in some of the machinery that's used, and we wanted
used to
to put it
lubricate
in there. But we are working with the manufacturer to get them to change that out for MCT oil.
Yeah, and so they're depending on the flavor. Some of them have sunflower oil, some of them have MCT oil, and some of them use canola oil. It's mostly the savory flavors that have a little teeny bit of canola oil on the machinery.
Yep.
Is there actual canola oil physically in it?
Yeah, probably not.
As far as we can tell, no.
So we really didn't have to put it on there.
Yeah.
But just in case it comes from the machine and there's a little bit of residual, we put it on there.
Yep.
Just in case.
And and see, the thing is, I'd rather people who are intellectually sensitive to canola oil skip having Keto Chow, rather than people who physically have an actual
aversion,
real problem, like it makes them sick. So I'd rather people skip it until we, if that's the case, and they go, oh, this has canola oil. It doesn't really, but hey, I'd rather err on the side of caution. So
yep.
Anyway,
it's just hard to explain that on the package.
It is very difficult, and like it said on that page. So yeah, it's listed on the ingredients. We totally could have just said natural flavors.
Yeah.
There are a lot of companies that if it's less than 2% of the thing, you can get away with that. I've also had people who freak out and say, your product says natural flavors. That means it has MSG.
Is MSG a natural flavor for everything?
Some companies use the term natural flavors. But the problem is you have a lot of influencers on YouTube who will go on diatribes and say, if something says natural flavors, that means it has MSG. It's not a one-to-one.
Yeah, and it's difficult to learn about how ingredients in manufacturing work too. So there's always, you can hear things from lots of different places.
That's right. Okay, so Key Life Granny says, yeah, that was weird. Yeah, it was. Lynn says, I filled a whole blender bottle up. That's what I do too. Let's see. Oh, Swong says the same thing.
Oh, somebody was saying they missed the announcement. There actually wasn't an announcement. We just lost our feed. But we do have a Mother's Day sale happening right now.
Yeah, and it was weird because if I didn't act fast enough. If it goes down like that, what I really need to do is pull out my phone and connect right then.
Yeah, and then it stays on the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
but I was on the Wi-Fi too. And if the Wi-Fi wasn't working...
It's fine. We haven't had that problem in a long time.
Anyway, yeah, and we're back. Whee!
Scott, you found your way.
This is Ninja Creami works harder when using minimal fat. I'm adding heavy whipping cream after the first spin or churning in small measured increments.
Oh, that's fun.
I was on Amazon today, and I did see that they actually had it as a lightning deal on Amazon's deal of the day. The Ninja Creami. I think it was $139.
We
it did only have
that
one
on
bowl.
the Facebook support group.
But it was the seven setting kind.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, Sky says, I didn't see any new announcement. Yeah, it just would have, if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you hit the little bell icon and you tell it that you want to be notified of all of them, it will notify you. There wasn't any new announcement. It just went live as soon as the software reconnected to the internet.
The computer was being weird.
It's true. JJ says, I have had the best week. My wife bought me a blender from a garage sale.
Yes.
I ordered a Creami on sale from Amazon today. Yes. Today is the 6th day in a row I closed all 3 rings on Apple Health.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Apple Watch.
On Apple Watch. Well, Apple Watch, Apple Health.
It's not the same thing.
It's buffering again. I'm going to change the bit rate down.
Yeah.
So you all act busy.
Okay.
While I'm doing this. Okay. Let's see. Carrie says I was trying to put in jobs and can't win right now.
Oh, sorry.
MJ says, yeah, canola oil to grease a machine. That sounds like a good use for it. Well, and the reason is because they have to use technically human edible oil. And that's arguable, but I'm not going to get into that. But they have to use human edible oil for the machinery.
Yep.
But
Just in case there's any spillage.
Sky says, because I'm a new to UB, how do I know you restart the live stream? Because the old one ends and you
disappears.
go, that was weird. Where did they go?
Where is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even hard sometimes for us to find it. So we just have to go, I have to go over to the channel and find it. But I think typically if you say, want to be notified of all the things, then it'll notify you again. But every once in a while it doesn't.
Yep.
It's not perfect.
Laurel is here, says, wow.
Hi, Laurel.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm assuming that Facebook has a second one. This guy says, I'm on and I've clicked the bell. No notifications. My notifications are on. Now, are you on the desktop computer or are you on a phone?
It's probably because
sometimes with the phones. I don't have time during the live stream to troubleshoot it, but often you have the app notifications blocked in your system.
Oh, that happens sometimes too. Yep. But it could have been just because it was a weird.
Yep. JJ says, thanks everyone. I got 2 coworkers that we share activity data and with me, and we encourage each other.
That's awesome. I love it that you got buddies.
And Jen Bauman posted the link. The Ninja Creami is still available on Amazon.
Thank you, Jen.
So.
That looks so good. It's keto chow with a couple strawberries in it.
And why did it open? What application did that open in? Oh, that was an OBS internal browser.
That's weird.
That was weird. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, $139.
I guess.
Ends in 5 hours.
All right.
So it's probably in the today's deals is the best place to find that. Let's see. Oh, Sky says on a Mac laptop. That's interesting. Yeah, I actually don't know about that. Laurel says very tempted to order the Creami. And Lynette posted a link to the Creami.
Lynette.
Thanks, indeed. Let's see.
Another question?
We're caught up.
Okay.
We got another question.
Not buffering for the first time on Mars.
Well, I lowered the bit rate.
Here is a good question. Will keto chow increase my blood sugar levels if I try to drink it 3 times a day? So that's somewhat of a loaded question, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to mix it? How metabolically flexible you are, and where you are in your keto journey. Like our friend across the street neighbor that has type 1 diabetes, she still has to take insulin if she has keto chow because there's protein in acacia gum. But it's not a lot, and it's really slow moving up. So it still helps her stay pretty steady.
Yeah. So the general answer to that question is most people find that it doesn't have a significant impact on their blood sugar levels, depending on the fat that they're using. Your mileage may vary.
Also, if you throw a couple strawberries in there, that's going to be different too.
Yeah.
Or peanut butter.
But we've had a significant number of people who have type 1 diabetes, who have type 2 diabetes, who have a continuous glucose monitor that report that it's no more than any other meal. Like you can eat ground beef and it will raise your blood sugar a little bit.
Yep.
Just because of the protein.
So I would recommend it if you want to try it.
Yep. Let's see. Pam says my Creami came today, and there's peanut butter keto chow in the freezer for tomorrow. Yes. Nice. Jennifer says I've ordered a second subscription box for my mom. You guys are the best option for me sending. Oh, yeah, for me. You guys are the best option for me sending her an easy keto solution for her diet and health needs. Thank you.
Good. I'm so glad that she can use it.
Kathy's getting a Creami tomorrow.
Kathy, I'm so happy for you.
Song says I haven't been adding butter in my Creamies, but the salted caramel and snickerdoodle have a buttery taste.
Nice.
I wonder if it's from the egg. I don't know.
Maybe. Whatever it is, it's amazing.
Visual Keto says I would buy the Creami, but my daughter already said I could just swap her for some other appliances I don't often use. Win! Oh, that's great. Yes. Also, I gave her some Le Creuset, so she is happy. Wow.
Woo-woo.
That sounds like a good
great daughter.
trade back and forth. Yeah. And now we've got 0 kilobits per second. We
Oh.
are dropping.
Well, maybe
Looks
we
like
should
it
just make it
started back
short.
up. Nah. Let's see. Yep, Stwong says, oh no. See? It seems like it's working again now. So fun. Anyway.
It's fine.
Got a couple other questions.
Couple others, we'll just blow through them real quick. What do I do if my package says it's been delivered and it's not in my mailbox?
So talking about ordering Keto Chow and getting it delivered. That is a really good question.
You can reach out to your local post office and see if they can find the package. You can reach out to us and we will also look into it.
Yep.
We do a great job of trying to find packages. Sometimes the post office will mark it as delivered and it's just in the back of a truck, or UPS or not just the post
Whatever
office.
the delivery carrier is.
Yes, sometimes they do that, but typically they have a good way of tracking them down.
Yeah.
So sometimes it gets lost.
And we found out a couple of years ago that with a post office, when a mail carrier scans a package and marks it as delivered, it actually records the GPS location of where that was scanned. And so they can, now your local post office is the one that can do the actual investigation to find out, what's going on and where it was. And so the easiest answer to this question is, if you have problems with an order, contact our customer service team. You can go at it on your own, but they can walk you through the process and help you track it down. So
yeah, it's great. Super great.
let's see. Laurel says, I was hoping mine would be here today. I've been tasting different flavors like a maniac.
Yes.
Oh, and Sky says that's why I have my orders delivered to my actual post office box instead of a street address.
Oh,
that's a good way
idea.
to do it.
Yeah.
Only works if it's a postal order, though. Okay.
Next. Da-da-da. If I'm using the daily minerals, should I also be using the electrolyte drops? That's a good question. The daily minerals is actually a good base. It doesn't have all of the sodium that you need, so you can use the electrolyte drops to supplement sodium. I would just use the daily minerals and then see if you need more throughout the day. If you put a lot of salt on your food, you're probably fine. But pay attention to what you feel and see, especially like what kind of activity you do. If you're doing a lot of activity, running, walking, standing for long periods of time, like anything that's out of the ordinary, you need more electrolytes for. So just keep that in mind and learn how your body reacts to different things, and it'll help. Here's a big long
and so if you go
too.
on our website, you go to shop, you go to if I can navigate with this trackpad, go to supplements. It'll take you to this page.
Yep.
And here's the daily minerals. And on this page,
Whoa.
I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. Oh, it's still loading.
It's loading. That's why you can't see it.
Oh my gosh. Loading. Keep them doggies loading. Ride.
There it is.
Okay, here we are, the missing element. So here we have this blog post. And let me go ahead and copy that. So this blog post goes into some rather extensive details.
Usually he says exhaustive right there.
Exhaustive, yeah. Details about the different electrolytes, why you need sodium, why you need potassium. Well, this is interesting. This actually goes into the next question of, can I have too many of the electrolyte drops?
Okay.
So here we go. An overabundance of electrolytes will generally represent less work for the kidneys, sort of like, oh, you already have enough of that stuff? Okay, I'll take a break.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just, because this is probably more than we want to get into, but when your kidneys are processing electrolytes, they actually take it all out and then have to push sodium, potassium, magnesium back into the blood, which is, it's a big process.
Your body does it all by itself.
If you have enough, it doesn't have to do that. So rather than being hard on your kidneys, it's actually easier on it. Anyway, I recommend reading this entire thing with that guy. So if you get down here, it actually comes down to, so how do the other Keto Chow electrolyte supplement fit into the formula? Why were the daily minerals created? What's their use? It goes into all of that detail on this blog post. So recommend checking it out. Me no speak good. Recommend checking it out and seeing, what it says in there.
Yeah.
So that, because better than us just telling you, yes, you should use this, or no, you shouldn't. Especially with electrolytes, it's really a matter of you finding what works for you.
Yep.
And being able to recognize when you are low on electrolytes and when you need more. And then taking more and feeling better, and then, oh, okay, here you go. And so that you can, yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. I went to Las Vegas for the weekend, last weekend with some buddies from high school, and it has been a long time since I hung out with people who didn't see me put salt in my water. So I was like putting salt in my water, because I've been driving
That's
for
hilarious.
hours, and they're like looking at me, and I'm like,
What?
electrolytes?
I'm putting electrolytes.
Like, because I didn't have any food.
It's not like I'm drinking seawater.
I was making seawater, is what I was doing.
Well, you weren't even close to the right concentration.
But I had been driving for 6 hours. I needed some electrolytes, and
Yeah.
I didn't have any electrolyte drops.
Probably
At
needed
least
some magnesium.
in my purse, I didn't. But
Yeah.
in my bag, I did.
Okay.
It
This
was
guy's-
funny.
This guy says I'll have to order extra flavors in anticipation of travel plans, since my street address will be something like third cactus 100 feet off the road.
Right?
And that's why I love the Amazon, when we're traveling somewhere, I like the Amazon
the drop
locker
boxes or
things.
whatever.
Rosa Correa says, just tried chocolate mint on ice cream. I never
Yes.
liked chocolate mint, but this one made me change my
I'm
mind.
so glad you like it. That makes me happy.
Let's see. Jessica says, has anyone tried cold brew coffee with their Keto Chow? And how do you drink it? We actually have a video all about that. Let's see. Let me see if I can, YouTube. Let's see if it's logged in as me
YouTube?
or as,
It's
logged in
you.
as me. So if you do,
Now you know all
Now
the
you guys-
videos Chris likes to watch.
yeah. What is it? Things I like to watch, Ryan Reynolds, it's right. Things I like to watch, Two Crazy Kios, it's right. Linus Tech Tips, they're saying goodbye to their house, not to each other.
Oh,
Anyway.
they're moving? That's sad.
Something like that. So if you do Keto Chow coffee,
There's a lot of videos with Keto Chow coffee.
this one right here, how to use Keto Chow with coffee. There's
That's
so
me
many ways
talking.
to add Keto Chow to your coffee. Yeah, so check that one out. Let's see if I can copy that.
Do you
Copy.
think you can?
Sega.
It's just a baby video.
It is just a baby video. It's a short one. Well, we have our video guy who's been taking the questions that we post and
Yeah,
cutting
he's
them
been
up.
doing a great job.
So yeah, I just posted that in there. And someone recommended pickle juice is a really good electrolyte
Oh,
supplement.
yeah. Also, chicken broth.
Yep.
That's what I did when I first started keto. I just did chicken broth because I couldn't get into pickled juice yet.
Yep.
It was not that keto.
And Lashana says, yeah, you can also make soul water, which is you just make a super concentrated brine,
Yeah.
and then you can add that
I
to your
just
water.
put salt in my water.
Which the super concentrated brine is a lot like the Keto Chow Electrolyte Drops.
Yeah, that's exactly
So-
what it is like.
Dawn says, I had cramps so bad they were painful. After starting keto, I accidentally found out I needed electrolytes.
Yes, Dawn, I
Yep.
totally hear you. That's what I did too.
Jason Sears says, good evening, friends.
Hi, Jason.
Let's see. LaShawn says, oh, talking to Kapil Bry. He says, there's no Hungry Heath on that list. I know. What the heck?
Why isn't
On my
Heath on the
suggested.
list?
Because every time, every Friday, something is going
I
on.
always turn it on. I don't know where you're at.
I'm always doing something. So
He's always so
I feel
busy.
bad. Laurel says, I want pumpkin anyway. Pumpkin is not only for fall. Okay.
Yeah, so you can have pumpkin sausage soup because it's amazing.
The problem is, so we used to have the pumpkin spice caramel flavor and the eggnog and all the other flavors available year round. And what we found was that it wouldn't sell
In the middle of the
in
summer.
the middle of the summer. Like nobody was buying the big bags, or very few people were buying it. And so we had ordered enough for it to last all year, and then nobody was buying it. And so it was getting closer and closer and closer to the best buy date.
Yep. So we're just being smart. It's
Yep.
fine.
So yeah, so instead what we do is we order a bunch for it to last the period of time where people are usually buying it. And once it sells out, it's not available again until the next season. In
Right.
the case of the pumpkin, sometime in the fall.
Yep.
We will get more of it back in
In the
stock.
fall.
LaShawn
During
says,
pumpkin spice season.
LaShawn says, LaShawn, yeah. Pickle juice don't work like that. The football players used to try that mess, and still didn't work. I don't know. A bunch of the football teams around here use pickle juice.
Yeah, they do pickle juice.
Yeah. Let's see. Laurel says, I love the soup so much.
Yay.
Yeah. Stwong says, pumpkin spice caramel is so good in coffee.
Yeah.
Laurel says, I will take them all. Eggnog, too. I don't even like actual eggnog. That's so funny. Anything else you wanted to talk about? I mean, we had a bit of a fiasco with the connection, but...
Whoops. Nope, I think we're good.
Okay, so again, we are going to try to do streaming.
Weekend.
I do have the hotspot and everything else so
Yep.
that we can try to do it on AT&T, but we'll try it. He says, pro tip, I have other pre-recorded videos other than the Friday Night Feast, hashtag shameless promotion.
Right, that's
He
true.
does have some good stuff about
And he has
like
a lot of
getting ready for the
recipes
cruise.
with Keto Chow.
Yes,
oh,
he
right,
does.
the cruise ones are good.
Yep. Lynette says, I heard root beer keto chow is amazing in coffee.
Yeah.
Let's see. Denise says, start of a headache. Salt. I did this today. Was out and about. Started getting a headache. Vitamins to the rescue.
Yay, salt.
Laurel says, this is my first live chat. Thanks.
Oh, Laurel, I'm so glad you talked
By the way,
to us.
Laurel, just so that if anyone who isn't familiar with, we're broadcasting both to Facebook
Yes.
and to YouTube at the
So
same
if you
time.
can't see the other ones, it's because they're on YouTube and you're on
That's
Facebook.
correct.
So if it looks like we're talking to no one, that's true.
Matt says,
They're
if you say
somewhere
pickle
else.
juice 3 times, does a pickle suddenly appear?
Yes.
I bought a bunch of pickles.
Pickle juice.
On the way home today, I stopped at Sam's Club.
Yes.
And they didn't have all the stuff I needed, so I went to Costco. I made Max drive me. And when I got back, our neighbor was across the street. I'm like, hey, Adam, you should get yourself a chauffeur. It's super relaxing to have a 16-year-old drive you everywhere. I'm like,
Talk about blood glucose spike.
I'm like, go Max, go Max.
So funny 'cause
Go ahead and go.
I told him,
Now you have to
like,
stop.
You didn't even hit anybody. He's like, yeah, I didn't even hit anybody. Oh my gosh.
But
Going to Costco, that's dangerous.
you know what Costco has in stock again?
No.
Their sous vide pork belly.
Did you buy some?
pre-cooked. Yeah. It's in the fridge.
Can we eat it for breakfast?
Yeah, it does have the pork belly was what's it called?
Pre-seasoned.
Not seasoned. What's it called?
Brined.
Oh my gosh, where they put the salt on the outside and they
Seasoned.
No, it's not seasoned.
Cured.
Cured, yes. It was cured with a sugar rub.
Oh, that's
And then they washed that off. I personally
You're not
don't
going to
care.
care about that.
Yep. But yeah,
Well,
it's really good.
that's okay.
Pam says root beer makes great gummies. Yes, it does. Dennis says random start times for the broadcast, Chris. No, we started at 7:15. It just disconnected,
Multiple
ended the live
times.
stream, and started a new one. So
Sorry.
JJ says my wife actually walked in and has been watching with me. I told you all were in the
Hello.
creators of Keto Chow. She was shocked. She says y'all look like ordinary people.
We're just regular people. Oh, what's her name so we can say hello?
Oh, I don't know.
It'll take a
I
second.
don't know what her name is.
JJ, what's your wife's name? Hello, wife.
J. Alex says, don't say pickle juice 3 times in a row. Pickle juice, pickle juice, pickle
No,
juice.
no,
Pickle.
no, no.
This guy says, I wish my Costco had better things. I see all these shopping at Costco videos, and my Costco had
yeah.
none of those things. That's the funny thing about Costco is every store has completely random stuff.
Yeah.
I also had to go to Costco because I needed. Are you going to pull my finger? What are you doing? Because I needed a new life jacket for me,
Oh,
and they didn't have any of them at Sam's Club.
did you get one for you?
I did.
Did you ask me if I wanted one?
No, I didn't.
That would have been nice.
You can steal Max's.
Well,
Oh.
mine's the same as your old one,
Okay.
which is also not for whatever it is. It's fine.
Carrie says my feet just fell off. That was
no.
so cool.
No.
Let's see. Laurel says, ooh, great idea. I love root beer. Tried it with s'mores. Not bad.
Nice.
LaShawn says I do skincare reviews, clothing, try one, jewelry, workouts, etc.
Nice. Oh, he's saying his
Kila.
wife's name. Kila.
El nombre de su esposa es Kila. Or Keisha.
Quiche. Is that how it's said?
Well, if you want to pronounce it like an Argentine, it'd be quiche. If you want to pronounce it like a Chilean, it'd be quilla.
What about a Spaniard?
Quilla.
Quilla.
Anyway, hi there. This is meaning after you're on the road, Chris. Oh, no, as far as random start times, sorry. Yeah, we're going to try and
We'll
start
try
at
to
the,
be on
at the
time.
normal times.
But
we'll see.
We wouldn't be surprised if we're at random times. Because when you're on vacation, you can do whatever you want.
JJ says she literally just squealed. LaShawn says, is Costco better than Sam's Club? It's different.
Yep.
There is different stuff at
There's
Costco
different
than
stuff.
what you'll find at Sam's Club.
Sam's Club seems to be typically a little bit less expensive, but they don't have as wide a variety of things.
Yeah.
We have both. We go to both all the time.
It's true. Jerry says he says we have 3 Costco locations within 30 minutes of us, but only one of them has the big blocks of mozzarella. Oh.
I want a big block of mozzarella.
Neither Sam's Club nor Costco had hard-boiled eggs.
Do you know what I want?
And I couldn't find almond milk at any of them either.
I want one of those giant things of Parmesan cheese from Italy. Can we go get one?
We have a piece of Parmesan cheese in the fridge that is going moldy because no one is eating it.
It's not from Italy, is it?
I think it's Parmigiano Reggiano.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't know it was there.
Anyway. All right. Well, and Jerry says we leave for 15 days for the low-carb cruise. Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we're going to get off. People are like, where do you get off? I get off right now. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, even though it was weird.
Sorry about the technical stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Jerry says, good evening. I work at Sam's in the meat department. We have hard-boiled eggs and almond milk at my store. Well, the one at my store doesn't.
Dang it.
And Lynette says Salt Lake has the
largest
Costco in the world.
I want to go to that one. That's like #goals.
Elizabeth says, are the keto shakes apart from y'all's daily routine? So I had 2 Keto Chow shakes today for breakfast and for lunch because I was at work.
Yep.
And I had to mix up pina colada to test out a batch. And then I had chicken thighs that Miriam broiled for dinner.
Yep.
So.
I had 1 chocolate mint for breakfast. I had Arby's roast beef sandwich minus the bread for lunch.
Oh, because you went with Haley.
Because I went with Haley. And then I had a chicken thigh for dinner.
There you go. And we're going to have a lot of steaks this weekend, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you all have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you tomorrow at our regular time at 11:15 a.m.
Same bat
Eastern.
channel.
Okay, bye.